Respect, not your genuine love, respect page. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. This page is not for everybody, and that's okay because what's truly for you will be for you with no questions asked. When God is working in your favor, and you are a miracle within yourself because you're becoming your best self vision of yourself as days progress and you elevate and understand the assignment that God never gave up on you and God never overlooked you, and the trauma that was endured with you from a child point of view, being sexually assaulted, dealing with domestic violence, dealing with violence, sicknesses, and went into your adulthood, trauma on top of trauma. You put a name to your book. Unhealthy family, unhealthy relationships, and it was just wasn't for you because God knew there was something better for you ahead. And because God knew that it was better days ahead for you, they don't understand that God allowed you to become your best self vision of yourself. And they don't understand the bond that you have with God, but it's not meant for them to understand the bond that you have with God. Because you're elevating and you're becoming your best self vision of yourself, and you understand the assignment that not everybody's going to agree with you, not everybody's going to understand where you're coming from. And it's okay because when God sends genuine people into your life, with no malicious intentions to respect you for who you truly are and love you for who you truly are, it's one thing you never have to do is question God. And I say that respectfully. They don't understand how God is working in your favor. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. You don't have to agree, when someone is, being their transparent self and they don't got to wear a mask to fake gaslight you and act like, they're just speaking the word of God because they just want to say it. But when they got God within them and then they on the right path and they understand the assignment that all those obstacles that was challenging for them, they overcame with the grace of God and they became their best self vision of themselves, and they not going to understand how. It's not meant for them to understand. There's such thing called evil and there's a such thing called good. There are evil gods and there are good gods. It's two different things. Know the difference. Know your worth. And at the end of the day, not everybody's for you. And I say that respectfully. I don't shake with the enemy. So if you shake with the enemy, that's your business. That's what you decide to do. And I say that respectfully. But know the difference at the end of the day. From evil to good. There are good gods and there are evil gods. Know the difference. And I say that respectfully. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving you your time. It's okay to understand that you don't understand how God is appearing in this child of God's life today. But you see that they elevated. You would love to ask them a question or two, but you would hate in disguise because you don't want to see somebody elevate faster than you. But that sounds really personal because that child of God is elevating regardless if whatever mindset or projection you're trying to put on that child of God. And I say that respectfully because God is working in their favor and they're becoming their best self vision of themselves, to love themselves, to respect their neighbor. Because a part of God's plan was never to go against their neighbor, especially when their neighbor doesn't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards each other, But when you have a neighbor that's a hate in disguise that has malicious intentions, that's a different game. But when you see the child of God not entertaining you today because of the energy that you're trying to put into the universe, understand the assignment that allow that child of God to stay in a lane. Because that's all they doing is staying in their lane and they elevating. And you don't like it. You're bothered by it. You don't want to see it. That sounds real personal. Why are you so tuned in then? Why are you so invested in someone else's time? That's not even thinking about you. It'd be the thought process for me. How you worried about how God is working in this child of God's life at the end of the day? When you're not even in tune with yourself, to respect yourself, to trust your process, and to stop being a hating disguise that you're taking too much energy from yourself. to do the proper work within, to love yourself enough to know at the end of the day, being a hate in disguise wasn't part of God's assignment. That takes away from what you're supposed to really be doing. It's the mindset for me. How you one-sided. And then you trying to place somebody close to second about their thought process, let alone their freedom, their eyesight, and have third-party conversation about somebody. Because you're a hater in disguise, you don't want to see somebody elevate faster than you. And then you're sitting there putting a fake description as to who you think this person is, and that's not even their character traits. It's the thought process for me. How we go against our neighbor, don't even know our neighbor, sitting there judging a book by its cover, all because the way they tie their shoe, all because the way they wear their hair, or because the way they wear their clothes. It'd be a thought process for me. Instead of going against your neighbor, help your neighbor. It'd be the mindset for me. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And it takes a community to respect each other. It's a two-way street when it comes to respect. It's a thought process for me. Don't you want to live in a world with peace and people respecting each other? Not live with each other. It's the difference. You don't have to go home with them. But if you do, that sounds really personal. You put your own self there. It's a thought process for me. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but you. Sitting here projecting what you got going on within your household on an innocent person that ain't got nothing to do with them. Putting this negative energy into the universe. Trying to stop somebody's growth because you have malicious intentions just to get a reaction and you didn't get it today. It's the mindset for me. How they be doing too much for attention, all because they are hate in disguise. They would sit there, gang up on you, that one person, talk badly about somebody that's not even a character traits. It be the thought process for me. Everybody reevaluating their thought process, saying, why you bother this innocent person? They just trying to elevate. It be the thought process for me. When you don't get in tune with that he say, she said at the end of the day, because you go for facts. Know the difference. It be the mindset for me. They still don't understand how God is working in your favor. Why are you so worried about why God is working in this child of God's favor? It be the thought process for me. And all you're trying to do is just elevate. And all they keep doing is talking, pointless conversations. And they trying to project negative energy on you. Return back to sender. Devil, devil, 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 return back to sender. It's a thought process for me. Because the devil don't live here today. I don't shake with the devil. Respectfully. It's the mindset for me. How they try to project this negative energy on your finance. Stop your growth. It be the thought process of me. Your spell work ain't working today. Return back to sender. I said what I said. Chill with all that negative energy. Get in tune with yourself to respect yourself. Stay in your lane. It be the mindset for me. Going back and forth with you with words that was never part of God's time for me. It be the thought process for me. Stay in your lane like I said what I said when I said what I said. It be the thought process for me. When you're a child of God, you ain't got to fake gaslight nobody. And I say that respectfully. And when you're in tune with yourself to be at peace with yourself, you ain't got to wear a mask to fake gaslight nobody. Respectfully. It was a process within a process to get here today. God is proud of you. Continue to be patient with your process because God is patient with you. Because God allowed you to see the day. God got your back. Be patient with your process. Ain't nobody gonna got you like you. Because you got your back too. You gotta remember that. It's the thought process for me! You know the enemy is stored within you for you to give up and live in fear and be discouraged. God has stored patience within you. So you can become your best self version of yourself. Just because they gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because they overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And he's going to receive the respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm to yourself and others around you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or person with malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, your freedom, your eyesight, your pockets. Because they got malicious intentions. Protect your energy because they will sit here and fake gaslight you. Act like they so in tune with God and they not. And they got malicious intentions. Protect your energy because they not deserving of your time. They not. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones. Only have a safe day and have a safe remaining week. Night, genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Here's the thought process for me.